मैडम आपको माइक स्टार्ट करो, माइक बंद है।
Okay. Hello, children. Good morning. How are you all? I hope you all are safe at your home. So, before starting our class, we will say prayer. So, close your eyes, join your hands, and repeat the prayer after me. So, shall we start? Yes. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. Oh, wonderful love. So high, you can't get over it. So deep, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get around it. Oh, wonderful love. God's love is so wonderful. God's love is so wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. Oh, wonderful love. Oh, wonderful love. Now rub your palm, touch your eyes, and open your eyes slowly. How are you feeling? I think we all are energized, isn't it? So, children, welcome to our online education class presented by Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation Education Department. Myself, Vandana Jadhav from Goshala Road Municipal English, UPS. Children, nowadays we are not going to school because of COVID-19, isn't it? But it should not affect our learning, and for that, our municipal corporation has started online education classes for all the standards. So I request you all to subscribe this channel, and I hope you all will do it, isn't it? So children, now tell me, do you like activities? Oh wow, that's great. So today we will learn math by doing some activities. So shall we start, children? Yes. Now children, look at this. What is this? What do you see? Yes, this is a leaf. And on this leaf, you can see there are many lines. See, these lines are known as veins. These are all veins. Now look at this straight vein. It is in the middle of the leaf, isn't it? And because of this vein, we can see two parts of the leaves. These are two halves. Yes or no? So now children, we have to check whether both the halves are same or not same. Observe them. So now what we will do? We will fold this leaf along with this straight vein. See, now like this. And what do we see? One half of this leaf is exactly falling on the other half. Yes or no? It means both the halves are equal in size and in a shape. So that's why they are falling exactly on one another. So children, this is known as symmetry. This is symmetry. Understood? Now I'm going to fold this leaf in a different way like this. And what do we see? See, both the parts are not falling exactly on one another. Why? Because they are different. See, this is the upper part. Its shape is different and lower part shape is different. Yes, so this leaf is not symmetrical along with this line. To get symmetry, both the parts should be same, but here in this way, both the parts are different. So children, this is not symmetrical along with this line. Understood? So in a one word, we can say symmetry means same. Understood? Now look at this. What is this? Excellent. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. And on this triangle, you can see one dotted line over here. And because of this dotted line, again we can see two halves of this triangle. Now observe both the halves. What do we see? Both are looking same, isn't it? Yes, so now we have to check whether they are symmetrical or not symmetrical. So what we will do? We will fold this triangle along with this dotted line like this. And what do we see? Yes, both the parts are matching. They are exactly falling on one another, isn't it? So this triangle is symmetrical along with this line, right? Now children, I have one more triangle, but it's different in a shape. Its shape is different. See, you can see one dotted line over here and two halves of the triangle are formed. Now observe both the halves. By observation, both are looking different, isn't it? But then also we will fold this triangle to check whether they are symmetrical or not symmetrical, like this. And what do we see? Oh, they are not falling exactly on one another. See, this one is the first half and this one is the second half. Both the parts are different in shape also and in a size also, isn't it? So this triangle is not symmetrical triangle. Yes, very good, very correct. Now children, today we are going to learn more about the symmetry. So look at the board. Our topic is symmetry. So now tell me children, what is this? Very good, excellent. This is a rectangle. Now we have to find out whether this rectangle is symmetrical along any line or not. So what we will do? We will draw a line. But where to draw a line? Yes, in the middle of the figure. So here we will draw a line. And it is which line? It is vertical line. This line is known as vertical line. Now we have to check whether this rectangle is symmetrical along this line or not symmetrical. So for that, I have a rectangle. Look at this. And on this rectangle, you can see there is a vertical line. And now I'm going to fold this rectangle along with this vertical line like this. And what do we see? Both the parts are exactly matching. They are falling exactly, isn't it? So this rectangle is symmetrical along with this vertical line. So this vertical line, we can say that this is a line of symmetry. So what is line of symmetry? Because of this vertical line, this rectangle is divided in two equal halves. Both the halves are same. That's why they are exactly matching. So this vertical line is known as line of symmetry of a rectangle. Okay. Now children, I'm going to draw a line in the rectangle in a different way like this. This line is known as horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. Now we will check whether this rectangle is symmetrical along this horizontal line or not symmetrical. So what we will do? We will fold this rectangle along with this horizontal line. This is a horizontal line. So I'm going to fold this rectangle now. And what do we see? Both the parts are exactly falling. Their borders are matching, isn't it? It means this rectangle is symmetrical about this horizontal line. Yes or no? Yes. Now, children, I'm going to draw one more line in this rectangle, like this. This line is a diagonal line. This line is diagonal of the rectangle. Okay. So now we have to check whether this rectangle is symmetrical along this diagonal line or not symmetrical. See, this is a diagonal. This is known as diagonal of the rectangle. So I'm going to fold this rectangle along this diagonal line in this way. Now what do you see, children? See, both the parts are not falling exactly. This one is the first part and this one is the second part. Their border lines are not matching, isn't it? So is it a symmetrical? Is this symmetrical? Yes, very good. This is not symmetrical. Excellent. So this rectangle is not symmetrical along this diagonal line. So we know that, children, rectangle has two diagonal. So along with one diagonal, it is not symmetrical. So we'll try for the second diagonal. It is like this. Again, we will fold along with the second diagonal. So here also we are not getting symmetry. It's not symmetrical along with the second diagonal. So in this rectangle, how many lines of symmetry we got? Two lines. This one is a vertical line and this one is a horizontal line. So these are two lines of symmetry for rectangle. Understood, children? Rectangle has two lines of symmetry. Yes. Now, children, I'm going to draw one more figure for you. See. Now tell me, what is this? Yes, very good. This is a square. Now, to check whether the square is symmetrical or not symmetrical, here also what we will do? We will draw a line. Yes. So in the middle of the square, I'll draw a line. Which line it is? Very good. This is vertical line. Okay. So I have the square. Now it's the time to check whether this square is symmetrical along this vertical line or not symmetrical. So I'm going to fold this square along this vertical line. And what do we see? Both the parts are same. Yes. So the square is symmetrical along with the vertical line, isn't it? Now see, I'm going to draw one more line in this square like this. This is horizontal line, isn't it? Yes, very good. So see, we have the square and on this square, horizontal line is drawn over here. So I'm going to fold the square along with this horizontal line. And what can we see? Both the halves are matching. There is no difference. They are same. So the square is symmetrical along with this horizontal line. Yes, very good. Now children, I am going to draw one more line. We have seen rectangle has two diagonal. In the same way, square has also two diagonal. So now we will fold the square along with the diagonal line. This is a diagonal line I have drawn. So now check whether the square is symmetrical along the diagonal line or not symmetrical. And in this square, we can see both the parts are same in a size and even in a shape. So it means square is symmetrical along with this diagonal. Understood? So in a square, we know that all four sides of the squares are same. And we got symmetry along with this diagonal. So along with second diagonal also we will get symmetry. Why? Because both the diagonals are same. See, I have folded the square along with the second diagonal. And here also we can see both the parts are equal. They are matching. So in a square, how many lines of symmetry we get? Four lines. This one is the first vertical line. second is a horizontal line, third one is a diagonal line, and fourth one is a second diagonal of the square. Understood, children? So in this way, we can draw a line of symmetry for different figures. So from this, what we have learned, for few figures, we can draw more than one line of symmetry. Understood? So now I'm going to share some figures. Now you have to observe whether these figures are symmetrical or not symmetrical. So first of all, we will see what is symmetry. So what is symmetry? Symmetry means if the two parts of a figure made by a line fall exactly on one another, then the figure is said to be symmetrical about that line. Understood? And if the two parts do not fall exactly on one another, then figure is not symmetrical about that line. Understood? So now I'm going to show you few figures. We have to just observe them. Okay. So this is a first figure. Which is this figure? Excellent. This is a kite. This is kite shaped figure. Now on this kite, which line is drawn? Excellent. This is a vertical line. Very good. Now observe both the halves of this kite. What do we see? Both the halves are looking same in size also and in a shape also. So this figure is symmetrical along with this vertical line, isn't it? Why? Because both the halves are of same size and shape. Understood, children? Now see, this is a second figure. This is also a kite. Now here, different line is drawn. Which line it is? Yes, this is horizontal line. Very good. Now, because of this horizontal line, we can see two parts. Again, we have got two parts of this kite, up, upper part and lower part. Now, observe upper part and lower part. Both the parts are not looking same, isn't it? They are different. See, first part is a short and second part is a long. It means they are different in size. So this kite is not symmetrical along with this horizontal line. Understood, children? Yes. Now see, now observe next figure. What is this? This is a free hand drawing figure, isn't it? Now on this figure also one line is drawn. Which line it is? It is horizontal line. Yes. Now we have to check whether this figure is symmetrical along this horizontal line or not symmetrical. So observe both the halves which are formed because of this horizontal line. So observe first one. In a first half, there is a peak point like these, and in a second half, there are curves, two curves we can see. It means their shapes are different, isn't it? So is this a symmetrical figure? No, this is not symmetrical figure. Very good, children. Understood? So for symmetry, both the parts should be same. But in this figure, both the parts are different. Yes. So now observe this one. What is this? This is a design. Now on this design, one diagonal line is drawn. Okay. Now observe this figure. We can see two parts of this figure. See, this one is the first part and this one is the second part. Now observe both the parts. Both the parts are having same design. See, We can see this design here also and in the first part also, and we can see this design is also there on both the side. It means this figure is symmetrical along this diagonal line, isn't it? Why we can say this? Because both the halves are looking same. So this figure is symmetrical along with this cross line. Understood, children? Is it clear to you? Okay. Now see, what is this? This is familiar to you. This is what? This is letter G. Very good. Now on this G, one line is drawn. Which line it is? It is vertical line. Excellent. This is vertical line. And because of this vertical line, again we can see two parts of the G. Now observe both the parts. See, this side there is a closed figure and this side there is an open figure. There is a space and from this space we can get inside, and this side we don't have a space to get inside. It means the shape of this G in the both side is different. They are not matching. So this G is not symmetrical along with this vertical line. Isn't it? Yes. Now children, observe this one. What is this? This is letter A. Very good. Now which line is drawn over here? Excellent. Vertical line is drawn. And because of this vertical line, we have two halves of this A. Now what do we see? Both the halves are looking same, isn't it? Yes, their shape, their size, both are matching. So this A is symmetrical along with this vertical line. Correct? Now children, we have seen these are some figures. Some of them were symmetrical and some of them were not symmetrical. Now I'm going to show you few figures and you have to tell me whether these figures are symmetrical along any line or not. It means now we have to draw a line of symmetry in the given figure. Okay, so shall we start? Yes, okay. Now watch this. What is this, children? This is a circle. Very good. Now, in the middle of this circle, you can see there is a white point. This one. And this point is known as center point of the circle. Now, if I want to draw a line of symmetry in this circle. So from where I will draw? In the middle of the circle. So if the line, I'll draw a line like this. Which line it is? It is vertical line, and you can see that this line is passing through the center of the circle, because this center, it is in the middle of the circle. So that's why this line is passing through the center of the circle, and because of this line, two equal halves of the circle has formed. Can you see this? Yes, both the halves are looking same. So we can say that the circle is symmetrical along this vertical line. Now children, if I'll draw a line like this is what? Horizontal line. Yes, and this horizontal line is also passing through the center, isn't it? So the line which is passing through the center is the middle line of the circle. So if we draw a line in the middle of the circle, then that line makes two equal halves of the circle. So it means this horizontal line is also a line of symmetry for the circle, isn't it? So in this way, how many lines we can draw from the center? So we can draw many lines in this way. So all these lines which are passing through the center of the circle are lines of symmetry for the circle. So we can draw infinite lines of symmetry for the circle. Infinite means uncountable, that we cannot count. So we got symmetry in the circle by drawing many lines. So this circle is symmetrical. Correct? Understood? Now children observe this figure. What is this? This is a hexagon. Correct. Very nice. Now in this hexagon, you can see there are 6 sides. This hexagon has 6 sides, and in hexagon, all 6 sides are equal. Now we have to draw a line of symmetry in this hexagon. So where we will draw? We will draw a line in the middle of the hexagon. Understood? So first, if I draw a line like this, it is vertical line. What do we see? Yes, two parts are formed. This one is first one, this one is the second one. And I can see both the parts are looking same, isn't it? Yes, their shape, their size, both are equal. Okay, so this hexagon is symmetrical or not symmetrical along this vertical line? Symmetrical, very good. This hexagon is symmetrical along with this vertical line. Now, I'll draw one more line for this hexagon, like this. Now, this is diagonal line of the hexagon. Now, see, again we can see two parts of this hexagon. This one is the first one, this one is the second one. And what do we see? Both the parts are different or same? Yes, both the parts are looking same. So, if we fold this hexagon along with this diagonal line, then both the parts will exactly fall on one another. Isn't it? So, this hexagon is symmetrical along with this diagonal line also. Clear? Now for this hexagon, I'll draw one more line like this. This is horizontal line. We know that. And because of this horizontal, again we have two parts, and both the parts are same or different parts. Yes, both the parts are same in a size because this line is in the middle of the hexagon, isn't it? So this hexagon is symmetrical along with this horizontal line also. Yes or no? Now I'll draw one more line for this hexagon like this. This is also a diagonal line. And what do we see? See, both the parts are looking same. This one is the first one and this one is a second one. So both the parts are looking same in a size, isn't it? So for hexagon, we can draw this diagonal line of symmetry. Yes or no? Yes. Now see one more line I'm going to draw for this hexagon in this way. So here also we got two parts, isn't it? Both the parts are same. Yes. Now one more line like this. Here also two parts. First one and this one is the second. And observe both the parts. They are looking same. Yes or no? So all these lines are lines of symmetry for this hexagon. So if I ask to draw a line of symmetry for this hexagon. So how you will draw? You will draw in this way also, in this way also, like this also, this, this and this. Means how many lines of symmetry we can draw for this hexagon? 6 lines of symmetry. So hexagon has 6 lines of symmetry. Understood? Yes. So now children, we have one more figure. This hexagon is symmetrical. Now this one is the next figure. What is this? This is number 2. Excellent. Now we have to check whether this 2 is symmetrical about any line or not symmetrical. So what we will do? Yes, we will draw a line. But where we will draw? In the middle of the figure. So if I draw a line like this, which line it is? Very good. This is vertical line. And because of this vertical line, you can see two parts of this two. And what do we see? Both the parts are looking different. Yes or no? See, observe the first part. The size is different. So, in this two, we cannot get symmetry along this vertical line. Yes or no? If we fold these two along with this vertical line, then both the parts will not exactly fall on one another. Isn't it? So children, we cannot draw vertical line of symmetry for these two. Clear? Now, I'll try for the next line. This is horizontal line. Yes, very good. Now, along with this horizontal line, what do we see? Two parts we can see of these two. And both the parts are same or different? Are they having same shape and same size? No, they are not having same shape and same size. Both the parts are different in a shape. So along with this horizontal line also we will not get symmetry in these two. So is this a symmetrical figure or not symmetrical figure? This is not symmetrical figure. Very good. Why? Because we didn't get symmetry in this figure along any line. Yes or no? Along with vertical line also, we got two different parts. And along with horizontal line, also we got two different parts. Both the parts are different by drawing both the types of line. So this two is not symmetrical, means we cannot draw a line of symmetry for this number 2. Clear children? Okay, now look at the next figure. This is a beautiful butterfly, isn't it? Yes. So for this butterfly, we have to draw a line of symmetry. So how we will draw? We will draw in the middle of the figure. So first, if I draw a line like this is horizontal line. Yes. And because of this horizontal line, two halves of this butterfly we can see. Now observe this upper half. Observe the shape of this and observe the second half shape of this butterfly. Are they of same shape? No, they are different. First half is bigger than the second half. So, if we fold this butterfly along with this horizontal line, then we will not get symmetry. Why? To get symmetry, the parts should be same. But here, both the parts are different. So, we will not get symmetry in this butterfly along with this horizontal line. Isn't it? Now children, if I draw a line like this is vertical line. Excellent. Now tell me, we can see two parts. Now both the parts are looking same, isn't it? Yes, they are same. So along with this vertical line, this butterfly is symmetrical. So for this butterfly, we can draw a line of symmetry like vertical line. So vertical line is the line of symmetry for this butterfly. We cannot draw horizontal line for this butterfly to get symmetry. Understood, children? Okay. Now see one more figure. What is this? Yes, this is letter X. Now to get symmetry in this letter X, we will draw a line in the middle of this X. So if I draw a line like this, horizontal line I have drawn, two parts are formed, yes or no? And both the parts are looking same, isn't it? So if we fold this X along with this horizontal line, then both the parts will exactly fall on one another, isn't it? So this horizontal line is the line of symmetry for this X. Now if I draw a line like this is a vertical line, correct? Now observe both the parts which are formed because of this line. Both the parts are looking same in its size and in its shape also. So if we fold this X along with this vertical line, then they will fall exactly on one another because they are same. So we can get symmetry for this X along with this vertical line also, isn't it? So now I'll draw one more line for this X like this. This is a cross line I have drawn. So what do you see? Both the parts are equal or not equal? They are looking same. Yes, again two equal parts are formed. So we can draw a line of symmetry in this way also for this X. Correct? Now again I am drawing one more line like this. Here also we can see two equal parts of this X. So for this X, how many lines you can draw to get symmetry? This one is also a line of symmetry in this way also and in this way also. So totally we can draw four lines of symmetry for this X. So this X is symmetrical along with all these four lines. Understood, children? Now the next one. This is letter L. This is letter L. Very good. Now, how we will draw a line of symmetry in this letter L? We have to find out whether this L is symmetrical along any line or not symmetrical. So first, we will draw this line. It is horizontal line, isn't it? Now we can see two halves of this L. Observe upper one and lower one. Are they of having same shape? No, they are not having same shape. They are different. First half is different than the second half, isn't it? So this L is not symmetrical along with this horizontal line. Why? Because both the halves are different in a shape and also in a size. So this L is not symmetrical along with this horizontal line. Now what to do? We will try for the next line. See, this is vertical line. Very good. Now again, two parts we can see. And here also, both the parts are different, isn't it? First half is having a standing line and one horizontal line also. But in the second part, no standing line is there. It means both the halves are different in a shape. It means this L is not symmetrical along with this vertical line also. So this L is not symmetrical. We cannot draw a line of symmetry for this L. Correct? That's why this L is not symmetrical. Now children, we have seen some figures. For some figures we can draw more lines than one of more lines of symmetry than one. Okay, so in a circle we have drawn infinite lines. In a hexagon we have drawn 6 lines of symmetry, but in some figures we cannot draw line of symmetry. We have seen the example of letter L and number 2. For these two figures, we cannot draw symmetry. In the same way, there are many figures for which we cannot draw line of symmetry. So now I'm going to show you few figures which are not symmetrical. Observe this one. This is key. Observe this key. This key is not equal in all the sides. The shape of the key is different. So if we will draw this vertical line, then we'll get two different parts of this key. Both the parts are different in a shape. Along with this horizontal line also, we can see two different parts. Both the parts are not having same shape. So for this key, we cannot draw a line of symmetry. Observe this one. This is a cloud. Yes, and for this cloud also, we cannot draw line of symmetry because these clouds are irregular in shape. So we cannot draw any line of symmetry for this cloud. One more example I'll show you. This is a car, and on in this car also we cannot draw line of symmetry. Why? Because this car is not having same shape in all the side. This is having different shape. So for this car also we cannot draw line of symmetry. So all these figures are not symmetrical figure. Understood children? I hope you understood about the symmetry very well. So children, today what we have learned? We have learned what is symmetry. Symmetry means same parts. Both the parts should be same. Then we can say that the figure is symmetrical. And if both the parts are not same, then the figure is not symmetrical. Then we learn about line of symmetry. So line of symmetry means the line along which we get symmetry in the figure. This line is known as line of symmetry. Very good. And we also observed many figures. Some of them were symmetrical. Some of them were not symmetrical. Yes or no? Yes. So I hope you understood this topic very clearly. So now it's time to get a homework. So what is your homework? You have to make a collection of symmetrical pictures of leaves, flowers, birds and animals. So you have to collect these pictures and you have to find out in which directions these figures have symmetry. We have seen one example of leaf. So in this way, you will collect pictures of this and you will find out lines of symmetry. I hope you understood it. So children, now let's watch the video related to the symmetry. So please play video.